Hi,
Evening.
how you doing?
I'm good, my lad.
Good. I'm glad.
So we've just been speaking. That's weird.
No, we haven't. We never speak to each other unless it's on a show. You know that's how podcasts work. It has to be aloof. The links have been sent out to our friends and guests. David is still on the road. Sasha is joining us for the Rokfin show. I almost
We,
feel like this show should come with like a
a disclaimer.
warning. Yeah, kind of like it's probably going to get fucking pretty deep. This one
Yeah,
into the conspiracy realm.
I'm going to be on for about an hour on this
Yeah.
one, guys. So I'll stay until 10. So I'll be an hour on the Rockfin because I've got a nip off.
Hmm.
But I've not delved into Alex Jones much. I don't want to say too much on YouTube about it because they don't like him.
No, not at all.
Um,
Yeah, I mean, realistically, it's just there's a couple of things he said recently which would appear to be to be coming um to be coming to fruition, which is it's pretty fucking bleak prospect for the next few months if he's right about his latest the latest story did. The interesting thing about that, I mean, obviously he's predicted like a return of the vid and all the accompanying garnishes of
the lock and key.
restrictions, yeah, that come with it. Um, Interestingly enough, Ron Paul um, retweeted it saying it looks like Alex Jones is right again, which I thought for a left wing politician was quite interesting. But
I
who
mean,
knows?
a lot of people. I mean, like I say, I've never been into Alex Jones. It's not that I like him or dislike him. I've just never had time to kind of sit down and watch the InfoWars thing. But I have to say, what I've seen, I kind of like the guy. Do I think he's Bill Hicks? Yes, absolutely.
He's absolutely not Bill Hicks.
I know. Bill
Um,
Hicks would be old as shit now. Would he
either
not?
that, either that, or Alex Jones is in particularly good shape for his age. I'm not sure, but yeah, I mean, the whole Bill Hicks thing. I do find it very weird that he like accidentally becomes like longtime friends with Joe Rogan.
Yeah.
I mean, they've been hanging around together for decades, but essentially, before Rogan was even like famous, he was just the now and again. If you happen to watch Fear Factor and Cage Fight, and you might recognize the same dude on both of them. Um,
What if they're all in it? What if Rogan, Alex, all the people who supposedly are the good guys are the actual bad guys?
doesn't make
Can
sense.
you?
See,
No,
I don't go
I'm
with
just putting a nipple in the works. That's all.
no, because I've thought this myself a couple of times. Um, I
I
think the
try.
whole
I fucking love Rogan.
yeah, I'm a bit of a fan of Jones as well these days as well. Um, because that's it. We'll talk. I mean, when you talk about his big controversy, we'll have a chat about that probably on Rockfin because you definitely can't talk about that here. Somebody asked up in the comments up here, where are you? Mr. Delete asked, why Rockfin? What's so special? Can I know, please? I'm going to put the link up for you in a second, Mr. Delete.
And it's also in the description of this video.
Yeah,
And it will be in the description of every Alien Addict video from now on, just so you can head on over there because it's a totally different show to Alien Addict.
yeah. Well, it's like Rockfin's more of a free speech platform. I would say it's the Rockfin show is more of a broader conspiracy show than Alien Addict in general.
I can't
Although
believe how many conspiracy channels there are on Rokfin. That is all it is.
pretty much, well, it is in the open mind section. Absolutely, I think it's great, and the um every time we do this, I tend into like a Rokfin advert, and I don't mean it to be, but I genuinely like the platform. I like the way it runs. I like the app. I think the mobile app is excellent. I like the fact that you can play videos and turn your screen off without
Yeah.
subscribing. Like YouTube won't let you do that.
You have to have YouTube Premium for that.
Yeah, which is $15.99 or something ridiculous like that. What wank world are we in where someone wants to pay $15.99 for YouTube? I wouldn't mind if the creators got got a decent kickback for it. But yeah, it's just me personally. You've got Rokfin, you've got Band.video, you've got Rumble.
Which we do have a Rumble account, so go subscribe to Rumble. I
Yeah.
think when we get over a certain amount, we can start going live on Rumble, which then we may add another day. We may do 4 days, people. 4 nipples.
Well, that's it. I mean, the top and bottom of it is if we can
Rumble Saturday.
if we can get more channel members on here, if we can get more channel if we can get people to come over to Rokfin and actually subscribe to Rokfin while following us, all this helps. And I would personally like us to go like every day. I'd like us to do
At some
a
point.
show every single day. But at that point, something has to give, because you can't give all your evenings up to do this without getting something back. So we'd have to do daytime shows. I mean, I'd like to do a show firmly aimed at the US audience, a much more like US friendly time than what we can manage now. But that sort of stuff, while holding down like proper jobs, isn't possible. So
we could be like the paranormal version of This Morning and Good Morning America.
yes, we could. Absolutely. 100%. If we aren't already. Yeah, so that's what I'd like to do. I think the other thing, while we're shilling our wares out, people need to remember is there are podcasts as well. I think Ollie's going to stick our link tree up in the description of this show, and if you go to that, you can listen to all the shows we do. We do the shows live, obviously through the week. Every Wednesday, sometimes it's Tuesday, definitely by Wednesday. Shows get uploaded in audio form to the podcast. If you watch on Spotify, you can watch it because we put up as a video on Spotify. Yeah, it's
which not many people do other than Joe Rogan and us.
I know, yeah, lazy people. So yeah, if you get like halfway through, that's where I think the podcast is good for people for things like this. If you're watching the show, you get halfway through it and you haven't got time to go back and watch the rest of the video, at least you can listen to the podcast at work. That's how I consume stuff. So yeah, we need to be better at communicating to people what we've got and where they can find it.
Bang the Rokfin links, spam it in the chat.
I'm going to.
So people can head over.
Yes, on it.
Also, whoever has bought the recent this one, send me a picture. Send us a picture. We want to see you in the t-shirt. I don't know if it actually, I think it's not a t-shirt. I think it's a vest. We still want to see you in it.
Yeah.
Send us it. We have the merch. Head on over. It is in the description. There will be more merch coming. But when you buy any of this merch, people, please, we want to, as long as you don't mind us showing it, it would be great if you just send us an email. If the person who has bought the recent one wouldn't mind sending me a picture, as long as it's politically correct, we'll put it up on Twitter or even on the show.
But send what you want. If you want to send us a picture of you in an Alien Addict t-shirt with your cock out, we'll just blur your cock out. It's fine.
Blurred penis.
Just buy the t-shirt.
So yeah, the Rokfin is a different platform.
Yes. Also, for people listening that were part of the Rokfin show last week, I'm sure everybody pretty much gets that. I'm a pretty big fan of free speech. I don't like muting people. I don't like banning people. I don't really care what you say about me. That's not really the point. No matter what anyone says about me, I've the you know I've probably said 2 million times worse about myself. Um, the the problem I have with chat with last week's chat in the Rokfin was people were taking it over, and it was stopping other people talk. I'm gonna warn people. I'm gonna stop that. If I just see people trying to take the show over, trying to take the chat over, so other people can't get comments in because they're just posting like between one or two people fucking nonsense for an entire show, you're getting banned. That's simple as that. Because last week it really
Yeah,
upset
it's
the flow of the
purposely
show. Yeah, because
trying to destroy it.
there was one person in particular that has I think was just basically clout chasing. And if you're trying to clout chase off us, Jesus Christ, man, have a look at your life. So yeah, that will not happen. So that's I mean, someone said there you'll lose viewers. I would rather lose two viewers or one viewer and allow people to talk than have one or two people just fucking annihilate the stream. So yeah, that's all I've got to say about that. The Ali 1000 said Rokfin is just a grift. It's not. It's just another video platform. You nonce. I meant to say knob then.
I didn't know it existed. To be fair,
Yeah.
until you said let's apply for it, and we had to apply and wait for a response to actually. You can't just go on there. You have to be a certain type of channel.
Yeah. Well, you've got to. Sorry, just pouring myself a drink. You've got to have a. You got to have a certain presence somewhere else. You know, you can't just sign up to it like a YouTube channel. They want you to. They essentially want to know you're a content creator. That's all. You know, even down to if you don't use your Orphan Red, who's coming on Rokfin tonight to talk to us. She had a Rokfin channel, and they essentially deleted it on her because she didn't upload it, or like she didn't put anything on it. So yeah, they just want to make sure that you are actually content creators and you're not just going to be like an empty channel that's not posting, which I kind of
You don't
like.
want empty space, do you?
No, just empty heads. That's what they've got with us. No empty space, just empty heads.
Oh, also, Leah. Yes, you have put the link. Yeah, I've put the link, my lad. The Friday show, we're going to be talking about. So tomorrow, we've got back engineering craft. We've got ufologist Scott Brown, a good friend of the channel. Nick's coming on, and Stu Little. Lee, you're not on tomorrow, are you?
What?
You're not on tomorrow, are you? Fridays are quite
No,
difficult,
not tomorrow.
isn't it?
Yeah, Friday's difficult.
And Sunday,
I will be drunk though somewhere.
there you
If
go.
that helps.
Sunday we have John Stewart, ex-wrestler, and he also is an investigator of the alien Area 51 alien interview. He is on Sunday after seeing last week's show.
Very excited about that.
He's messaged us, and he's going to be on Sunday. That's 9 p.m. GMT, 4 p.m. Eastern. So yeah, we've got a finely tuned week. Yeah, and if you want to be a guest, email us with your story. It's gonna be a good story though.
Yeah, make it good.
Yeah, I'm not into that. Sorry, UFO the other day. Can I come on and tell you about the light that I saw in the sky? Because that's not going to last long.
No, in fact, that's it. You've just done one. That was a whole interview of one of those stories.
Yeah,
I thought I saw a UFO the other day. Like, I was in the well, I was well. This just goes to show, doesn't it? Especially like when you want to see shit too. what your brain can do. So I didn't have my glasses on. My glasses are for distance, not up close. And the gym I go to has a it's gonna sound awfully posh, this, but it's not quite as posh as it sounds. The gym I go to has a pool that overlooks the ocean, and I was kind of leaning on the side of the pool, looking out over the sea, and I could see this thing like swooping around out at sea. And I was like, "Fuck, that's really weird." And the way it was moving was really weird. And it was only when it got close to me, it was a fucking seagull. But it just goes to show,
Goddamn seagulls.
yeah. But like at first, I thought, "Oh no, am I actually going to see something?" And I'm stuck in a pool without a mobile phone or anything like that to record it. So yeah, it was just a
I
seagull.
saw a UFO once when I was in a hot tub.
What did you?
Yeah. It was right out in the middle of nowhere. And me and my mate were just in the hot tub together, holding hands.
Yeah, holding hands.
We were having a beer, and the
A beer?
missus, the missus was inside with her mate, and we were just out
Yeah,
looking up at the
and you
stars.
were yeah, your missus was inside with her mate, and you were inside your mate by the sounds of it.
And I just went, "See a UFO up there," and he's like, "Oh, oh yeah." And it's literally it was like just a light going through the sky. But this, I mean, back in the day, I think I had a Sony Ericsson touchscreen phone. God knows it was shite.
Oh, do you have one of those terrible precursors of the iPhone ones with like
Yeah,
the
and it had like
plastic
a
screen?
little LED cool light at the bottom. It
Yeah.
looked awesome. But I was in the hot tub anyway, so I couldn't even film it. So I'm just looking up at this thing. I didn't even think to go, babe, bring my phone. But
Can you imagine what that? Yeah, what we do. But could you imagine what photograph that would have took at nighttime back then? What are we talking, like
That'd be
2000,
terrible, yeah.
2001, 2002 for Sony Ericsson?
Well, when I was when you were asleep, when I were at Dave's, the UFOs that we saw about 7,
Mhm.
and they you couldn't film them. They were too high up, and they were just literally dots moving through the sky. But they were moving slower than satellites. So God knows what they were. Probably
Dave update. He is currently taking a shit.
that means he's going to be really on form tonight.
Yeah, he's imminent. Imminent.
What time are we on? We've got what, 10 minutes before the Rokfin.
We got 10 minutes. Sasha is meeting us in the other room at 9.
That sounded a bit seedy, that Lee.
I mean, it shouldn't.
You got me in the mood, didn't you? We're talking about the hot tub. And
No, Ollie. No. You were talking about the hot tub.
it's just bringing back memories. That's all. But yeah, it's gonna be a fun show tonight. So head on over to the Rokfin. Lee will bash that link in the description again and again and again and again and again. The weird thing about Rokfin as well is I think we're gonna overtake live viewership than Alien Addict. We're getting like 50 people in Rokfin watching live. So those are people that are actually subscribed to Alien Addict on YouTube. Those are just Rokfinners.
Yeah.
So if any Rokfinners see this show, subscribe and come watch Alien Addict on YouTube. But they seem like they're just the hardcore Rokfinners.
I keep putting our thing up here. This is the actual link to just the show, which starts in 8 minutes 30 seconds. Yeah,
we're always a bit late as well. We're always a bit late, Lee. Tell them that we are always a bit late.
I'm getting better at the old at the switch over. I'm improving. It's not as seamless as YouTube because but
new platform.
Yeah, I'm getting better at it. I'm improving. That's all. Yes, 36 here. I hope to all see us all over on the Rokfin show.
I think there's
I
people
think,
are already over there, Lee, by the looks of it.
yeah. So what's the show about tomorrow before we disappear?
Tomorrow, so we've got Scott Brown on. We've got Nick, who did. I nearly called him Nazi Nick then. The Nazi UFO guy that we did the Nazi video on. Such a cool lad. He's probably going to make quite a few appearances on Alien Edits, to be fair, because I like him. I like what he brings to the table. I think he's a nice fella. Stu Universe is coming on. And yeah, Scott Brown. So we're gonna have a discussion on the possibilities of back engineered craft. So Scott Brown did put a tweet out the other day of a conversation that he's been having with somebody. So I'm gonna ask him about that. Whether he'll spill the beans or not, I don't know, but I'm definitely gonna ask him about that.
I'll be dead honest. I thought that post was strange.
Strange post. There's nothing stranger than felt, though, mate.
Yeah.
Oh, blimey! Can you hear that?
No.
You couldn't hear them bumps.
You got ghosts again?
No. It's the kids playing hell.
Speaking of ghosts, do we know how our little ghost documentary thing's getting on?
Stu's getting it together and putting it all in camera order so we can send it then to Jeff Young from Ghost Tech Paranormal to enhance. So yeah, that is gonna. I think that thing may possibly take a month to come out because Jeff takes his time with the edits. Stu's putting it all because Jeff's asked for it to all be in camera order. So it's easy for him to put together, which I get, because if he's doing that job, he's going to need to know where to kind of.
Yeah. So
Stu's got a job to kind of put it all in a file for Jeff so he can just get it all off. But yeah, Jeff from Ghost Tech Paranormal has offered kindly. Didn't ask him. I just said, would you mind putting a few words to our video like he does on his thing? And he says, send me the whole thing. I'd like to edit it for you. So we're going to have a professional paranormal investigator edit our prison video, which I would have never thought to trying to enhance sounds and stuff like that. And I know he does stuff like that. So that's going to be cool as hell. So yeah, he's good.
I'm excited to see if he thinks what happened was cool.
Yeah.
I'm excited to see, because I mean, I thought some of the stuff was weird, and I don't really believe in ghosts. So,
turn me into a believer.
In what?
It's something.
Yeah. I don't believe we can stick about. I think that's my main thing. I think
put it this way, I wouldn't go in that prison on my own. I mean, on my own. I like drive to it, go in there on my own. Nobody else there. Sod that.
I never felt in danger.
I felt uncomfortable.
Yeah, I mean, it was creepy. But I mean, I suppose you've kind of set a scene for yourself as well, because I mean, you're going ghost hunting. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, but
there is something weird about it. There is something weird about places like that when they're empty. You know, when you get like schools, for instance. Schools are creepy as fuck when they're closed. Creepy.
Somebody saw a ghost at my school.
Did they? Hospitals. Yeah. Hospitals are creepy as fuck when it's quiet. I remember I nearly walked into the morgue in when I was trying to get. Yeah, when I was trying to get out, my son was in hospital, so one of us was staying overnight. One of us was there, so I was there till they let me stay until like midnight, just gone 12, and then my girlfriend stayed with our son. As your girlfriend at the time, I should say. Then I was trying to find my way out of the hospital, and I was just like checking doors and not looking at things. And then I opened the door. It wasn't even fucking locked. I looked in and thought, this is not where I should be. Closed that, and then I was fucking creeped out all the way there, all the way back to the car. Creeped out in the car. Creeped out when I got back to my house. Interesting story as far as childbirth goes. In the 2 minutes we're going to stay here before we disappear over to Rokfin. My back in the day when I was born, back in the good year of our Lord, 20. No, not 20. That made me well young. 1982. I was essentially popping out, and I wasn't running to time schedule. So it was like my dad got the phone calls like he's on his way, and he was sat down watching Alien, and the phone rang for me to the phone rang for him to know that I was being born when the alien bust out of the chest of the guy. So, David, you've turned up just in time for us to piss off.
My timing is legendary.
So, we're going to go over to Rokfin. Everybody should come to Rokfin. The link is the last comment in the chat.
And also, if you're watching this afterwards, it's in the description.
Yeah, and if you're watching this afterwards, you can get all the stuff we do on podcasters form as well in the link tree that's in the description. Just click all of the links. You'll find something you want there. Probably happiness. You'll find life happiness in one of those links. The more you give, the more happiness you will get back. Guaranteed.
Going to Rokfin with all the other cool kids.
So I'm just gonna go get a beer, and then I'll send you that picture of me and my mate in the hot tub.
Oh, right. The fisting one.